Hey guys, it's me, Nicole. Yes, I am back. It has been a while. I think the last time I did a video was Vlogmas, like the beginning of December, in my attempts to complete Vlogmas, which I did not do. But that's fine. I'm here now. And I came on today because I want to share with you guys one of my favorite recipes. This recipe is a plant-based recipe. First, let me go back. Let me tell you what has been going on with me in the past over a month now. I have decided to transition into a plant-based diet. Plant-based eating is not new to me. I have made several attempts to do this before. And I won't say attempts, I have just taken time out of my life to practice vegan eating, plant-based eating, just when I really felt like that was something that I wanted to do. I truly believe that the plant-based diet is one of the healthiest diets that you can be on. My background is in the medical field, and I have seen firsthand what the typical American diet can do to your body. And from my research and from just, things that have been taught to me, I do believe that plant-based eating is one of the healthier diets for us. Now, does that mean that everyone needs to do it? Absolutely not, because it's not for everyone, and it's not something that I will push onto anyone. But I do believe that our diet should be mainly plant-based with as little animal products or animal proteins as possible. So with that being said, I'm going to share with you, like I said, one of my favorite recipes. And I also want to share with you guys, I have a free download. It's 4 recipes to kickstart your plant-based diet. This is something that you can use if you're just curious about plant-based eating, or if you want to transition into plant-based eating. Plant-based eating is not hard. It seems hard because it's something that you don't know. But once you realize the types of meals that you can eat on a plant-based diet, it becomes a lot easier. I have included in the section below a link to my free download, 4 recipes to kickstart your plant-based diet. It's breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack. So make sure you check it out if you're curious. So let's get on to the recipe. What you're going to do is you're going to take 1 spaghetti squash. You're going to take a large, sharp knife, and you're going to cut the squash in half. Once you have cut the squash in half, you're going to take a spoon and you're going to scoop out the seeds that are inside. After you've done that, you're going to take some olive oil and drizzle it along the top, and then take a brush, or you can use your hand just to spread the olive oil inside and along the sides of the squash. Once I've done that, I'm going to place it into a baking sheet face down and put it in an oven that has been heated to 350 degrees. Now my squash is done. I set it aside so it can cool off. I let it cook for about 30 minutes, but I made sure that I checked on it. The squash is ready when the squash is soft. I have to let it cool off because the squash can get pretty hot. So while it's cooling off, I start preparing my other vegetables. I've cut up my broccoli. I begin to cut up my red peppers. I initially planned to use mushrooms in this recipe, but my mushrooms were bad, so I had to opt for the red peppers, onions, and I'm going to add some spinach. So I cut all of those things up. I take a pan, I put a little olive oil in it, heat that pan so I can saute my vegetables. I don't saute them long, I just do it long enough so that they get a little tender. Also, I want to note that I do add chopped garlic and liquid aminos. As you can see, I did not add my spinach. I wait till the very last minute to add my spinach because I don't want it to overcook. I let these vegetables sit for about 5 minutes. Once my squash has cooled off, I take a fork and I begin scraping the inside. This is where you get the spaghetti effect. Once I'm done scraping out all of the squash, I'm going to take a glass baking pan, spray it with olive oil. I'm going to place the squash inside of the pan, and then I'm going to add the vegetable mixture to that. Once I've done that, I'm going to mix it thoroughly and put it back in the oven for 10 minutes. This is how it looks when it comes out of the oven. And now I'm just going to put it on my plate so that I can eat it.